Hi, I'm U.S. Senator Rob Portman. I'm sorry I can't be with you today. I'm back in Ohio, but I wanted to take a few minutes to thank everyone from the U.S. Ukraine Foundation, Save Ukraine Now, members, staff from this House and Senate Ukraine caucus for your support of the people of Ukraine. Over the past year and a half, we've seen the conflict in Ukraine escalate as Russian aggressors and their proxies continue to spread violence. As it grows, so do the number of victims who have been caught in one of the world's worst humanitarian catastrophes now. It's important not to forget that this conflict in Ukraine is not just a geopolitical problem, it's a humanitarian issue as well. According to the recent figures from the United Nations, 5 million people, including 1.7 million kids, are in need of the most basic humanitarian assistance, and only 35% of what is needed has been funded or pledged. Despite the incredible difficulties Ukraine has faced, the spirit of the Maidan is alive and well. I saw it when I led the congressional delegation to Kyiv to monitor the Ukrainian presidential elections back in May of 2014. While I was there, I still saw the smoldering ruins of the protesters' camps at the Maidan, where those first battles in the war for Ukraine's future were fought. But I also saw it earlier this year when I visited Ukraine again to meet with government officials and discuss the tough choices being made to carry out much-needed reforms. There's so much more to be done during this crucial period. After all, it's not easy to do what they're doing, fight off a Russian invasion, rebuild an army, stabilize an economy, implement sweeping domestic reforms, and to do it all at once. We've got to stand with Ukraine during this difficult period, stand against the continued Russian aggression, whose forces have made a mockery of these so-called ceasefires, and continue their occupation of sovereign Ukrainian territory in Crimea, Donbass. And we must support Ukraine as it makes these difficult economic and political reforms needed to promote prosperity, transparency, and true liberty around the country. Rhetoric and half measures are not enough. The United States must now step up to the plate and provide direct, lethal military assistance to Ukraine. Finally, give Ukraine the tools they need to be able to defend themselves. We should also tighten the sanctions until Russia understands its actions are unacceptable and until they respect Ukraine's sovereignty. We must also fight back against the Russian propaganda machine, which seeks to convince the world that somehow they are the true victims of a conflict that they actually started. And we must work to alleviate the suffering of the innocent people who have been hurt by this conflict. We need sustained long-term support for strengthening this U.S.-Ukrainian relationship. It's so important. Our two countries should remain unshakable allies. That's exactly why Senator Dick Durbin and I founded the Senate Ukraine Caucus, a group of senators who are committed to support Ukraine's democratic, pro-Western future. This is our mission, and we should stand shoulder to shoulder with all those who support that goal. Thanks so much for allowing me to speak with you today. I look forward to continuing to work with all of you to end the current conflict so the people of Ukraine can have that future that knows peace and prosperity. God bless America, and Ukraini. Slava Ukraini.